There we go. We had a couple of minor technical hiccups, but we got there in the end. Viv's not here this week, so the audio has fallen back to me. And we have a new, I say new, we've had it for a couple of weeks, a new box that we record on that I only learned how to use a couple of days ago. And it's still throwing me off a little bit, even though it's meant to be easier.
Yeah.
Garyn's here.
Hello. You might remember me.
Yeah, you were on SpongeBob last, weren't you?
Yeah.
So beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while, actually. It's been a couple of months.
Yeah. I mean, we do another podcast together, so it's...
Yeah, immediately plugging.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Listen to our other podcast.
Yeah, it's about Stephen King. It's really good.
Yeah.
It takes way more work than this one.
Yeah. This is nice, recording an episode and I don't have to edit it afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. One day that'll happen for me. But we'll see.
I mean, you don't edit all Hail the King.
No, that's true, but I'm there. I want...
You're there.
No, that's true. What I mean is I want to be like Viv, who's just like, I'm going on holiday. And Viv specifically said, rather than like, oh, we'll just take a week off, which, funnily enough, we will be taking a week off next week. That's not because of Viv, that's because of me. But like, I want to be like Viv, where I can just go on holiday and say, you need to do an episode without me, for the express purpose of me listening to it.
Yeah.
That's basically what's happened this week. Viv likes listening to the episodes without her. So...
Yeah, that's the whole point of me going to France. I don't even want to go there. I just wanted to get Viv to edit an episode of All Hail the King.
Oh yeah, you said that, haven't you?
I don't even know if I'm going to France this year, but that's
fair.
That's by the by.
God help us if we go on like a long what did I say? Vacation. I never use American terms.
Speaking of Americans,
yes, we have to talk about Americans.
This is set in the continental United States.
Yeah, where is it set?
California, Orange County.
Oh, there we go then. We're talking about Arrested Development, a show I've never seen, but turns out I know a lot of through osmosis that I didn't realise. This episode I'll just say this now. Episode started. Well, it's not even before the episode started. You sent me a clip, a quote, which I'd already seen years ago on Tumblr of "Look what the homosexuals have done to me." I've seen that woman in so many memes on Tumblr.
Yeah,
we've got the it's one banana. How much can it cost? $10. And then the other one, I don't know the context for it, but it's just her saying "good for her." That gets used loads on Tumblr.
She is so funny. That's Lucille Bluth.
Yeah.
Played by Jessica Walter. She is so funny, and I love her. Yeah,
so I do know about her. So I didn't realize I knew this show. I think I might have seen other clips, but I don't know if it's just because I'm pulling from other things I've seen the actors in. Is there one episode where one of them like paints themselves blue?
Yes.
I've seen
that is a very famous part of the show.
Yeah, okay, I've seen that then.
Yeah. So you know the Tobias character?
Yeah.
Because he wants to be an actor,
yeah.
as we find out in this episode. He becomes an understudy for the Blue Man Group.
Okay, that's good.
And there's a lot of episodes where he's just painted blue. He's just like, I'm just on call for the Blue Man Group.
Okay, fair. It's good to know the context of that. So, but yeah, I've never seen a full episode until we're doing this. But you suggested this show.
Yeah, we were recording our Lawnmower Man episode of our other podcast, All Hail the King. Available now on all podcast platforms. And we were talking about the character of Job, which...
Oh, yeah.
Basically prompted me to be like, hey, if you need an episode to cover while Viv's away, Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Because of Job.
So in a way, we've all got ulterior motives with this, because Viv's ulterior motive was getting an episode where she's not on that she can listen to while she's travelling. Yours was just showing me Arrested Development, a show you like that I've never seen. And mine was, since we did First Time Kings all the way back in November when Viv was off after her surgery... Because we only did 4 episodes for that, our series don't start on, like, in multiples of 5 and 10. It's been driving me insane for months. So my ulterior motive is I wanted us to do a bonus episode to push us forward one, so that the rest of the series now, because they're all going to be 5 episodes, are actually
Is that
numbered.
why there's no episode next week?
No, because that wouldn't affect the episode count. No episode next week, just because we're going away. And... I've been editing these since August. Well, since before August. That's when the first episode came out. But like, me and Viv started recording in like June. And you know, it's been nonstop. And to be fair, I probably don't like need a break. like now I'm starting to feel a bit more energized now.
Remember when the plan was for like you to edit an episode, Viv to edit an episode? What's she done? Like
that was
maybe 2?
She's edited 1. It was Breaking Bad, and it was a good episode. She added some good like editing bits, but yeah, it's fine. I like editing, but yeah.
Yeah, it gives you an excuse to play Animal Crossing.
Exactly. Generally was perfect for cozy games. But some stuff happened the last couple of weeks, and I was just like, I need a break. I need just like a week without editing and extra jobs. I'm feeling a bit better now, actually. So I probably could, but no, commit to having a break.
Yeah.
So, because it's been a running arc over the last couple of episodes of both podcasts of just illness spreading.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have been well in like a month.
No, I was trying to find something earlier, and I was just like, I found a message that I sent to you, just like, I'm still feeling phlegmy, and I was just like, God, that was last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I remember I was ill, and then got a bit better, and then got way worse, and then passed it on to like Viv, and probably you, even though you were like a week later. Like it sounds like you had the same thing I had. My chest still isn't fully right. Actually, I got this. John Garyn, my bruise, because I literally went to have like bloods taken just to check everything was okay.
You haven't just got that for no reason.
No, it's a pretty nasty bruise. Val said it looked like a hickey, and I was like, does it?
That's hot.
That's cool. Yeah, right there on the crease. Yeah. I've been self-conscious about it though, because obviously I work in a school. I'm just like, do I look like I've been taking shit? Is that how drugs work?
Yeah, all the kids are thinking that.
Yeah, all the 4-year-olds.
They're just like, oh damn, this teacher's cool.
Came in handy today. A child came up to me, and it was like, I hurt my arm, and she had like a little red mark. It's like, that's fine, I hurt my arm as well, and showed him that.
See, if I were you, I'd be like, it's because I didn't eat my vegetables last night.
Honestly, I should use that, because I get asked, I laugh, but like, genuinely, the amount of children I meet who immediately just ask you, is like, why's your belly so big, and shit like that. And usually I make a joke about it, but God, I'd be kind of demeaning myself, but I could just straight up say shit like, it's because I don't eat my vegetables, even though I do. I don't know. But then they never usually ask it out of malice. It's more just like, who's this large man?
Curious.
Yeah. Which, I actually don't tell them off or anything. I usually just answer them, because
you tell the kids, don't go fat shaming.
Yeah. Like, what's it to you? You
got detention.
A funny one I had yesterday was big. Why you got big knees? I was like, yeah, I suppose I do. I think I need big knees. I don't think if I had small knees, I wouldn't, like, my body wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But hey, there's enough about work. It's funny, before we started recording, I was saying about how all I've been thinking about is work. So great.
It's okay.
Anyway.
When it comes to work, what I would do personally is retire and have a big party celebrating my retirement on a boat.
So what do you call it? Real estate.
Yes,
that's what they do, right?
Yeah, there's more to it. It sort of like unfolds as the seasons go on. But it's mostly like a real estate development company.
Okay.
But obviously, in this episode, the main thrust of the series is them becoming embroiled in a scandal where the former head of the company, who's retiring, George Bluth Sr., he is he's arrested for fraud and that's essentially why the story happens.
Nice. Yeah, we'll talk about I've got the conception and like where the idea came from, but and we'll talk about it more in a minute. But I'll just say this. It's funny because this came up while we were talking about a lot of the girls shows. Because Girls, for example, which we did like a month ago, also has a similar thing of like someone who's slightly wealthy losing their money. Yeah. I've talked in multiple episodes recently about how one of my favorite shows is Schitt's Creek, where the entire idea is basically kind of the same as Arrested Development.
Yeah.
It's just a rich family thrust into being poor.
Yeah.
This was my favourite subgenre of comedy.
This was specifically designed as a riches to rags story.
Yeah. And specifically because, from what I can tell from research, with scandals like Enron, do you know much about Enron?
I know it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
When those scandals happened, I was like 4.
Exactly. So. The only reason I know some stuff to do with it is that I listened to another podcast. I will shout them out, even though they're way bigger than us. Respect the Dead. They usually talk about like controversial dead people. But like they did one episode talking about like Enron as like a dead business. And it was very interesting. So, but we won't get into that here because like we were children when it happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of obviously discussion, especially in America, about like wealth disparity and things. It's kind of funny that a lot of these shows happened like 20 years ago, and now wealth disparity is even worse.
Yeah, it's a constant cycle of the rich just getting richer, and
exactly.
You know, we got to bail the rich people out when they get into trouble. You know,
I watched a video before you came over about a luxury supermarket in America. There's like 10 chains. It's like a luxury grocery shop.
I think I know the one you're on about.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but yeah.
I can't remember the name, even though I just watched the video because he only said it like one time.
It
just blew my mind. It's a whole other world over there.
I've seen a TikTok or something where someone orders like bottled water from one of them, and it's like $25.
Yeah, something like that. I'm very excited. Also, it's now after this episode, we're gonna do a British show season. So mid 2000s, well 2000s British comedies specifically. I'm very excited for that because as much as it's not like these shows are inaccessible, it's very funny looking at like America as if it's this whole other culture because there's lots of similarities, but also it is very different in a lot of ways.
It's like when you go to England and and they don't have multiple like names for the locations on the road signs.
You say I was going to say a joke and then immediately flubbed it in my mind.
That's okay.
I was going to... fuck.
Have you ever thought about the differences between the English and the Welsh?
Oh,
remember that song?
I do now. Oh my God.
If you never had, I think I found a few myself.
Oh my God. If you haven't listened to that, you should listen to it. It's fucking amazing. I was going to say something like, if you go to England and say Borada, like... they will know what it means, but I wasn't going to say Borda. It was like, I've forgotten all of our country's like slang and...
Shemai?
No, it wasn't like an actual Welsh thing. It was like an equivalent of what's occurring, except not actually what's occurring. Fuck. It'll come to me like...
Whose coat is that jacket?
What's that jacket? Now in a Minute is a fun one.
Yeah.
I do like Now in a Minute. That's one I say quite a bit. And then again, I don't think I sound very Welsh on the pod. It's mainly like... at work, the Welsh comes out. But I do like Now in a Minute.
So you haven't seen the show before. I have.
No. You seen all of it?
I have seen all of it. I've watched the whole 5-season run.
Yeah.
In whole twice, but I've seen the 3 seasons, the first 3, a couple more times on top of that. So. It ran for 3 seasons on Fox in the 2000s. It got revived by Netflix in 2013 for 1 season, and then again in 2019 for its final season. Yeah,
because when I was looking at the research for this, I noticed like the massive gaps between the seasons. And I bought the DVDs specifically because I wanted the extra features, with the express intent on returning them to Amazon afterwards. Because unfortunately no local shops had them, but I'll probably keep them honestly because I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
But that was just the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, those are the best.
Yeah.
The thing with the 4th season is, I believe it's still on Netflix, but not the original versions.
Yeah.
It went through a massive change in format because they just didn't have the availability of the actors at the same time.
Okay.
So the version that's on Netflix now is called Arrested Development: Fateful Consequences, and it's a re-edit to make it more in line with the original series.
That's interesting.
But because it was never designed like that, it's quite clunky in a way.
Yeah.
I still think it's like worth a watch. It's kind of entertaining, but
yeah, I could see
the first 3 seasons, I'll recommend those to the high heavens.
Yeah, we usually look at these at the end, but since we're talking about it, because I was looking at the TV charts earlier, and most comedies we do usually are like in the 7s, which is still good, but like the first 3 seasons of this are all like in the greens, like 8 or above on IMDb, with like only 2 episodes just dipping below, which is like the best I've seen a show perform since we started looking at these.
Yeah,
and then
this is like it was a phenomenal run, those 3 seasons.
Yeah, and then series 4 and 5. 4 a little bit of a drop, and then 5 like quite considerably.
Yeah, four is difficult because it's got two different versions and the format change.
Yeah.
And then series 5. Okay, this is like a very mild spoiler. It doesn't really factor in until series 5, and even then it's like not a huge thing. But in the 4th season, there's a subplot about George Bluth wanting to build a wall to separate the United States and Mexico. But it's very minor.
Yeah.
And then in series 5, it comes back, and obviously in the time between that, Donald Trump was on about his whole build the wall thing.
Yeah.
And it kind of does get referenced a bit more. And I think in that way, a lot of people are just like, oh, it's getting political, when the whole thing is about wealth disparity.
It's really funny how, like, there's multiple things I can think of that mention building a wall before Trump did, that are specifically critiques of class. Obviously, there's this, and have you ever heard the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what Hades Town was written in like mid to late 2000s, I think, maybe even earlier. But it didn't go like on Broadway and stuff until 2016. But it had workshops, and Hades' specific thing is building a wall around Hades, around hell, to keep his workers in, with the whole idea of, oh, we're keeping like the enemy out. And when Hades Town came out, because I think that was 2017, people were like, oh, it's a bit on the nose, isn't it? It's like, she wrote this before Trump even said anything.
It's insane how...
He's just like, these type of people are just that predictable. And like, you know, this is all, it's comedic until it gets real. But
but I think there is a few reasons why the later seasons are not as well received. I think they do change from like half hour to an hour as well. So
that would put me off personally, only because like yesterday when I was watching, because I watched the pilot, then the extended pilot, and then the extended pilot with commentary. And I was watching the pilot, and I, for some reason, I don't know why, because I knew it was a comedy, and it was like those usually around 20 episodes. But as it was coming to an end, I was just like, oh shit, it's done. Like, I forgot how, after watching like, Sex and the City was 30 minutes, but after especially watching the Arrowverse, where it's all like 45-minute episodes, I forgot how fast 20 minutes feels. Yeah. Especially because I think Two Broke Girls was 20 minutes, but that was a really fast-paced episode, so it didn't feel like 20 minutes. It felt like 40.
Yeah, and this is interesting because it is like 22 minutes or whatever, but it does cram quite a lot in. There's a lot of characters they need to introduce.
I think the documentary style helps with that. They said specifically in the commentary, that's kind of, and the behind the scenes.
Out of curiosity, who is doing the commentary?
It was Jason Bateman and just no, so many people with J names in this.
Is it the
Hurwitz? What's his first name?
Mitchell Hurwitz.
Mitchell Hurwitz. Oh yeah, I can see where I got mixed up. I was looking at James Hawkinson. Mitchell Hurwitz, and also the Russos. That was a surprise for me.
I forgot this was directed by the Russos.
I was sat because there were so many things. Because, like I said, I usually do research before watching, and I kind of did a mix with this. And so I was like, I even wrote in my notes, but I did these like a week ago, like directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. But when I was like in note making mode, I kind of just don't let the information sit in. So when I was watching the episode then, and the credit came up, I was just like, oh shit, what?
Yeah. And you may have heard of the names Anthony and Joe Russo. They're very, very, very big. They directed the Community pilot.
They did.
And
nothing else.
The Happy Endings pilot.
Yeah. Someone on Reddit told me this. I mean, I already knew.
And the MCU.
And the MCU. Some of their work better than others. Don't hate their directing in the MCU. I don't have any strong feeling.
I think it makes so much sense that they thrive in the MCU, considering they are like the people you go to for a comedy pilot, and they work in these TV shows so well.
Yeah, and like quite fast paced. I mean, there's like specific episodes of Community I can think of where they pull from the MCU, but also you can see the influence it would then have like in later MCU stuff in this style. But yeah, should we talk more about the like conception and like the people who worked on this?
Yeah, so it's written by Mitchell Hurwitz, the series. Yeah. It's credited as he's the creator, but the idea was originally from Ron Howard.
Yeah, a really acclaimed actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acclaimed actor. He was in Happy Days and American Graffiti. I think these days people probably know him better as a director.
Yeah, I'd heard of him, and I didn't recognise anything specific, but I do know he was a director as well.
Yeah. He's an Academy Award winner. He directed A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
He's also directed... he took over Solo, A Star Wars Story. He directed Apollo 13. He did Willow. He's done the Da Vinci Code movies.
Did he?
Yeah. Okay. He's always got something going on.
The only one of those I've seen is I've seen
The
a couple...
Grinch.
Oh, well, there we go. I've seen The Grinch. I've seen a couple of the bits of the Solo movie. Not all of it. I really didn't like it, but I don't like Star Wars that much. So
He's also Bryce Dallas Howard's father.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
All of his children are named after where they were conceived.
Really? Was it Dallas, or is Bryce Dallas a place?
It was Dallas.
Okay. It'd be really funny if it was a town called Bryce in Dallas. But yeah, so he had the original idea, didn't he, to create a comedy series in the style of handheld reality TV.
Yeah, and this would have been... This came out in 2003, so they would have been workshopping this early 2000s, and he won his Academy Awards in 2002. So he probably was just I can get a blank check. Yeah,
that's true. Use that influence. So he met with David Nevins, who was the president of Image TV, and... Yeah,
Imagine Television is actually a subsidiary of Imagine Entertainment, which he co-runs.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I missed that bit.
Yeah. Okay. I just know that because I've seen it in all of his movies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also, in an episode of Arrested Development later on, he does show up, and I think he's wearing an Imagine Entertainment hat.
No, that's quite funny. They should do that with, since Stanley has passed, instead of his cameos. Kevin Feige, but he's wearing the movie hat in the movie. I don't know if Viv and I...
Everyone points and that's the hat man.
Yeah, I don't know if Viv and I have ever mentioned that we saw Kevin Feige in Japan on this podcast, because I don't know when we ever would have.
I've definitely heard you two talk about it.
I mean, we talk about it frequently.
But that might be because I know you in real life.
Yeah. I'm sure when we do Marvel shows that'll come up again, but the short version of the story is we were in a station in Kyoto, and there was a man next to us in a Deadpool and Wolverine hat, and Viv turns to me and says, "That looks like Kevin Feige." And then he got on the train with presumably his children, and then we Googled a picture of Kevin Feige, and it was definitely him.
Did Viv break down laughing?
No, she didn't have a
nothing like when we saw
moment.
James Corden.
No, it was. My favourite part of it is just purely the fact of he probably heard us. We were right next to him, so hopefully he wasn't just thinking "Oh, I hope they don't say anything," because I don't know. The average person, yes, the average person doesn't recognise fucking Kevin Feige of all people. Yeah. So, but he was on holiday. He was on holiday, and frankly, I like the MCU, but I'm not going to bother Kevin Feige in Japan. Man's on holiday. But yeah. So that's how they then connected with Mitchell Hurwitz, so he suggested the riches to rags idea, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so they signed Hurwitz on to write the show.
Yeah. So Mitchell Hurwitz, if you've looked at his credits, he's not really this is his big thing.
He co-created the Ellen Show.
He did, but not the famous not the sitcom Ellen, the one where she reveals she's gay, and that was a big thing on TV in the 90s, and also not the one where Dakota Johnson was like, "You were invited to my birthday party, Ellen."
Though it ended her career.
He also would later create a show called Lady Dynamite and Running Wild.
Okay.
Running Wild was also directed by the Russos and starred Will Arnett in the lead role.
Okay, cool. No, I haven't heard of them. The only thing I've written down for him, other than the Ellen Show, is he starred as Coogler in 2 episodes of Community.
He certainly did.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler.
I really liked his work on
Academy
Sinners,
Award
actually.
winner Ryan Coogler.
That's true. That might have happened. Probably.
I'm almost certain he's winning for screenplay.
Oh yeah, for screenplay. Yeah, fair. For some reason, I was.
Might have won director. Might have won picture. Who knows? We're recording this before the Oscars.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments, just for engagement. We get pretty good engagement now, but still not many comments. So,
do you think Ryan Coogler was robbed of his Oscar?
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you can put in, do you think Ryan Coogler earned his Oscar?
That's true. I can edit this after the Oscars and just put in like a little note. For the record, I'm saying this before the Oscars happened. I hope Sinners wins. Even though I haven't seen... Well, I have seen One Battle After Another. I would just like to rewatch it because we rewatched Sinners in cinema last week.
Great.
It was great. I fucking love that movie. But the showtimes for One Battle After Another are really awkward. Our local... we got a lot of local cinemas. And like most of the times that they're showing it are like either clashing with other things we've got planned, or the only one that really works at the minute is after the Oscars. I guess I could, but like I want to see it before, because I really want to lock in what I think, even though I doubt I'll change my opinion. Like I like the movie. I think it's really fucking good. I just prefer Sinners, but like,
that's completely.
I like
fair.
music. I like horror. I like vampires. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I personally think One Battle After Another is going to win, but if Sinners wins, I'm not going to be crying. I think that's a great movie.
I think it would be really fucked up if you would crying, actually, if Sinners won. It's like
no.
Not a great look. For the record as well, Garyn is white, if you didn't know. So am I.
I can't believe you doxed me for being white.
Just in case. I mean, there's pictures of us on the Instagram. Just in case you couldn't put it together from everything else about the podcast. We are two white people. And that's why it's extra cool that I think Sinners will win. Oh my god, that's really cool. Okay, let's get back to this.
This is what happens when you're not here, Viv.
That's true.
So he was in Community, he played Coogler.
He was Coogler in Community. But kind of like Ryan Coogler, the guy who made Sinners.
Ryan Coogler, who's his composer, Ludwig Göransson.
Oh yeah.
What does he score? He's
Community. Lots of connections. Very insular.
It's Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah. There was a bidding war for the show between Fox and NBC, with the show ultimately selling to Fox as a put pilot with a 6-figure penalty. This is fun, a new term.
Yeah, I also found out about this.
I didn't know about these, which is fun, seeing as the whole conceit of the podcast is about pilots. So, a put pilot is a pilot a network agrees to broadcast as a special or a series, and if they don't, they have to pay a penalty to the studio. So it's essentially just saying, like, you have to show this, and if you don't, we're going to fine you.
It is chump change for these conglomerates, but
it's not the end of the world. I'd be interested to like see what other things were put pilots and see if they were successful.
Yeah, I've never heard it thrown around all too often.
Obviously, you have like failed pilots and things like that didn't carry on, but they obviously had a lot of faith in the show. The fact that they were willing to put that on it.
Yeah.
And then, over a few months, Hurwitz developed the characters and the plot for the series, and the script of the pilot was submitted January 2003 and filmed in March of 2003.
Yeah. I think once, if you do continue watching this beyond the first episode, I think you will kind of like understand and maybe appreciate that why they made that decision, because there's layers to this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I haven't watched the series in full for like 2, maybe 3 years now, and watching this pilot again, I was just like, I completely forgot like how many things come back, like small off the cuff references, like a line you hear in passing will become like a relevant plot thing in like season 3.
That's really cool, actually. Even just because there's a lot of even just like the jokes per minute on this episode.
Yeah.
That I'm glad because Viv usually watches things twice, but I feel like I'm pretty good at remembering my points and remembering parts of the episode. I'm glad I watched this multiple times, because there were jokes that just completely went over my head. Like one of the cutaway gags of the the hunger thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Lindsay's hunger fundraiser.
Yeah, hunger fundraiser completely went over my head when she was like, "Oh no, thanks, I'm stuffed." It's just like.
So it's the tiniest little stick of meat or something.
I wish I could find the exact. That's the thing when you're writing about 3 different.
It does move at a brisk pace, so I completely understand if you did find it a bit.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Hard to notice everything.
Fully, I'll say this now. I absolutely loved this. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, just
constantly. It's hard when talking about these shows not to just write down every single moment that made me laugh, but just even the original pilot, and then I was like, oh, I'll watch the extended one, kind of not expecting it to get me as much, and then there were bits that were cut from the original that really broke me. One of my favorite jokes is just something Michael Cera says in the extended pilot. It's the I'd rather be like this than be like my aunt and uncle whose eyes have never stung from the sweet sweat of a hard day's work. The way Michael Cera says it broke me.
Michael Cera was an absolute find.
So fucking funny in the show. I don't know how much he had done before this, because obviously he's very well known now.
Yeah, this is essentially his big break.
Yeah, because he's really young.
This is pre-Superbad.
Yeah,
Michael Cera. He is so good in this show. And this goes for everyone. There will be some controversies to talk about with certain people in the cast, but as far as comedic timing and ability, I don't think there's a single weak link. They're all so good. Yeah, should we go through the cast? Yeah.
So we obviously got Jason Bateman as. Oh yeah, I want to mention actually before we go into the names as well that I like this that the surname Bluth is short for Blurred Truth. I thought that was really clever. But yeah, so we got Jason Bateman as Michael Bluth.
So he's essentially the straight man.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So, and I think if you've seen Jason Bateman in anything, whether it's the movie Game Night or Ozark.
Yeah, I know of him, but I don't feel like I've seen him in that many things.
Yeah. I mean, he's a voice in Zootopia.
That's true. He's the fox.
I think he's a great foil.
Yeah.
I think he's funny in his own right, but I do think he's funnier when you pair him with someone really outlandish.
Yeah. That's what makes a straight man really effective when they played around by lots of eccentric characters.
And he's Teen Wolf in Teen Wolf 2.
Is he? I didn't watch Teen Wolf 2. I only watched the first one.
Yeah.
Thing is, I didn't even like the first one.
I haven't seen Teen Wolf 2, but I know he's in it.
That's cool. Maybe I'll have to watch it now.
We have his twin sister Lindsay, Funke, who is played by Portia de Rossi. She was a supporting character in Ally McBeal, which I haven't seen.
That sounds familiar.
It was a popular sitcom of its time. The only thing I know about Ally McBeal is it's Harrison Ford's wife, and it's where the dancing Ooga Chaka baby comes from. You know the Ooga Chaka song?
Yeah.
Have you not seen the GIF or the video of the dancing baby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from
Ally McBeal.
Oh, there we go then.
Yeah, she is also, I don't know how to say this, a lesbian?
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
That's cool. In real life?
In real life.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Portia de Rossi, she is married to, and this is going to be a very cool full circle moment, Ellen DeGeneres.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my, no way. That's who.
Yeah.
Oh, so she is.
They married after the 3rd season.
Okay.
But yeah, she is.
Is she not divorced from Ellen DeGeneres? I know there was a lot.
No, they're still married.
Oh, they're still married. Because I know there was a lot of stuff going on there. But I obviously, behind closed doors, I don't actually know how much of it's true and stuff.
Yeah.
Dakota. Not Dakota Fanning. Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson.
I feel like I should know her. I love her. Dakota Johnson ended Ellen's career. So I couldn't remember.
I do think as well, having the knowledge that she ended up marrying Ellen and she's a lesbian just makes it really funny when they're talking about the gay pride float. We're here, we're queer, we want to get married on the ocean.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I think she's got like some of the more like subdued comedy throughout the series, just based on the character.
That's fair.
I think she's probably the one who's gone on to do the least outside of the show, but she's one of my favorite.
I thought she was really effective. I love the bit where she like tries to cry. Like just her facial expressions are fantastic.
Yeah. And then their older brother, Job.
So George, I can't remember what it stands for.
George Oscar Bluth.
Oscar Bluth. Job. Gob.
But the funny thing is, his surname is Bluth. So it's George Oscar Bluth.
Oh, yeah. He rides a Segway.
He does.
He's the magician.
Illusions, Michael.
Illusionist.
We demand to be taken seriously.
It was great. So is he the eldest?
He's the eldest.
Yeah. So there's the eldest, and then the youngest is Buster. Who's
Tony Hale.
Yeah, and then he did a cartography course. He's like a jack of all trades in a sense.
That is the thing with Buster. He's kind of like been mothered a bit too much.
Okay.
And he's very he finds it very difficult to be independent of his mother.
That's fair.
He is also Forky in Toy Story.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen Toy Story 4.
Anytime I watch... Well, I don't watch Toy Story 4.
The weekly
I don't think it's good.
Toy Story
the
4.
one time I watch Toy Story 4, I'm just like, that's just Buster.
Yeah, that's fair.
He is also in Veep, which I haven't seen, but I would like to watch that show at some point.
I've not heard of that.
It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's the vice president. And I think it's from the same writer as The Thick of It.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I would like to watch that show at some point, but I just haven't got around to it yet. So that's
the family, other than the mother and the father.
Yeah, those are the children.
Yeah.
Then you have their parents. You got Jeffrey Tambor as George Bluth Sr., who I really like how in the normal version of the episode, there's very little like explaining the whole cowboy aesthetic.
Yeah, one of the Reddit comments mentioned that they love that it's just never really addressed.
Obviously, in the extended, you do get a bit more of it, and you kind of get it, but it's kind of like a non sequitur in the episode, which is really funny. And you got Jessica Walter, who we've already mentioned.
Yeah,
she's in Archer. She was also in the 1970s Doctor Strange movie.
What, like Marvel?
Yes.
I didn't know there was a 1970s Doctor Strange movie.
It's really bad.
That sounds like it would be bad.
Yeah.
God. For all the superheroes to do in the 70s, Doctor Strange.
I don't know. They were doing lots of drugs in the 70s.
That's true. I feel like that could work, actually. Like, a real low budget, like... You'd have to be really creative.
I don't know if I'm getting it confused with Manos, the Hands of Fate. It's probably better than Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Yeah.
But,
I've heard of that one.
That's how it sort of...
connects in the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you do have... you have Tobias, who's married into this family. Tobias was a doctor.
He was a doctor. I love the way information is revealed about Tobias. Where it's the news, like, again, this is something also that didn't click until the second watch, of like the newspaper clipping of like Dr. Tobias Funke, and then revealing that it's next to the thing where he like tried to resuscitate someone who wasn't dead and broke his ribs.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's very funny. I know he's always going after the chipmunks, but
he was like the one person in this where I was like, oh fuck, I know him. He's from the Chipmunks movies.
Yeah.
And he's great in those movies.
Yeah. I know I feel like there's some controversy about him. I can't say I know exactly what it is.
David Cross, right?
David Cross.
Yeah, it just clicked.
More so people talk about the Jeffrey Tambor stuff.
I was going to say, in the controversy section that was on the Wikipedia, it was Jeffrey Tambor. We'll talk about that in a bit.
And then you have the kids.
Yeah, Michael Cera, we've already mentioned. And maybe
Alia Shawkat.
That, for such a simple joke, that did break me.
It's really good, right?
Yeah, I think you're my cousin, maybe. With a name coming up.
So it's just playing with the fact of, like, the editing can make a joke.
Yeah, I love it when things do that. Maybe, as a name, is a combination of Maisie and Phoebe, which are Hurwitz's daughters. Which I thought was really cute. Yeah, he mentions it in the commentary. There was also a bit, because we mentioned all the siblings, there was going to be a joke where when they took a family picture, it would show the picture and there would be a fifth sibling who was blurred out that would just never get mentioned. But I guess they dropped it because that's fair. That would be really weird, but like I do love the idea. That would be weird.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, I love
that. Feels like something they would do.
Yeah, or like a retcon in like the end of a season and just be like, oh, there's been a whole other person this whole time we just never mentioned. I found another fun fact while I'm looking at my trivia from the commentary, and we said about David Cross. You know the bit where he does I'm a bad man from Annie, Get Your Gun?
Yeah.
Did you know he learned the full song? And so apparently he learned the full song, and obviously the writers and directors were like, this is a 22-minute episode. We weren't expecting you to. And apparently he did perform it a couple times, and the take they used, the screw up where he's too early, was like, it wasn't written in it, like the script. It was a genuine mistake he had made, and that's the take that they had used. Oh, God. I thought it was so funny. I do wish I could have seen, like, as a bonus feature, just him doing the full thing.
Yeah.
But
oh God, like that whole cast of characters.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to introduce. That's what, 9 characters?
It is, and to be fair, they do such a great job. I think having the documentary style really works with it, and also having them at a party really works, and the way they call back to certain information helps then as well, because like we don't immediately meet Tobias, we only see his picture, but then finding out that like he was there, he just got on the wrong boat.
I think it's really interesting as well, because as the series goes on, you know, a lot of shows you do have like, this is this character's episode and this is for someone else. I never really feel like that's the case with Arrested Development. There's certainly like spotlight episodes where they're just like, okay, this one's about Michael and Job's relationship and whatnot, but I never feel like, okay, this is the Buster episode. This is just good. Like, this is an episode, Buster's got his own thing going on.
I like that, because my favourite part of ensemble shows is when you've got like the different characters mixing in different ways, and it doesn't feel like, unless it's purposefully acknowledged as a joke, you never got characters sidelined. Like I can feel it, think of episodes of Community, for example, like the one where Abed is off in the background, like helping with the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's not in the episode, it's just a background gag. That was one of my biggest complaints with another ensemble show, Glee. Was the first episode we did. Glee has 12 main characters at least in the Glee Club at all times, and it will give a focus plot to maybe like 2 or 3 of them, and then one character will have one episode in one season. It's like you've got so many characters, and this is something this show does really well. Yeah. Of like mixing them all.
And this is like the prime era of this kind of television, where it's like 20-something episodes a season. They're all 22 minutes, and you get a lot of time with the characters, so that you don't necessarily feel like we need a spotlight episode talking all about, I don't know, you know, this is the Michael Cera episode. No, Michael Cera's doing stuff the entire season.
Yeah. No, I think I prefer that. I think that especially helps, because obviously these are all really strong characters, but there are some times where there is a character where you're just like less into it. So I feel like sometimes it does put you off when you then have a show where you're thinking like, oh, I don't really care for like this plot line and things like that. Yeah. It's kind of inevitable. Like there'll always be episodes where you prefer one thing to another, but I think that's what appeals to me with an ensemble cast, is when you actually have them all doing something.
I think I know who your favorite character is.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even think I've mentally chosen. So if you say, then
I think just because of the Tumblr and just like how incredible like her line deliveries are, I think it probably would be Lucille.
She did make me laugh the most in this episode, especially the first watch. Like obviously I already knew about it and you sent the clip, but like, you look what the homosexuals have done to me, it's fantastic. But it's so hard to say like a favorite joke, but one of my favorite jokes in this, and like all 3 times I watched made me laugh, and someone on the Reddit even made a reference to it, and they made me laugh again, is the I love all my children equally. I don't care for Job. I
forgot that was in the first episode.
I think the funny thing is, I also seen that on Tumblr, but it was like I wasn't expecting like multiple clips to be from like this episode, because I've seen that I don't care for is like a meme format on Tumblr.
Yeah. I also didn't realize they can't arrest a man and a wife for the same crime. I thought that was like a couple episodes down the line.
Yeah. I mean, saying that, look what the homosexuals has done to me, is like a quote I knew from the show. It's like the opening line of the show.
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds.
Yeah. No, I could see her being my favourite, to be fair. She probably already is. It's just this, they're all so strong in this.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not her, maybe Job is like a close second.
Job has like a chaotic energy to him, which is...
Him shoving his father into the Aztec tomb, but still arguing of like, you don't like my illusions.
Job is such a tragic character. I love him so much.
Honestly, the more I think about it,
and I really like Will Arnett. We recently saw it.
Yeah,
Is This Thing On? And he's really good.
He is. I think he's really good for comedy.
Yeah,
especially like this kind of punching down style comedy where you're kind of laughing at him.
Yeah,
like he plays it off so well. But then talking through the characters and like saying who's your favorite, I am just thinking of like so many times like different characters made me laugh.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll be like, nah, maybe he's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, how could I not say Tobias when Tobias is Tobias?
Tobias. Yeah, like they said, like the Annie get your gun bit is fantastic. Another one, saying about like just going through all the characters and like saying about favorite bits. With Tobias, it's such a convoluted bit, but I fucking love the way the callback is written with the I have the same blouse, which obviously like isn't even his line, but like seeing the whole setup for the like having that line said, and then seeing the setup for him thinking it's a pirate party, getting on the wrong thing, ending up on the boat, just fantastic, and that whole like leading into him wanting to be an actor.
Yeah. It's like that's like, I know they joke about it in the episode, just like, yeah, that's the thing you learned from it, Tobias.
Yeah, that's just, even there's just the subtle lines of like, when he's like, oh, you're gay. And it's like, how many times do we have to have this conversation? He says it like so nonchalantly.
It's so clear they don't love each other, and it's so funny.
Honestly, that's one thing. Like, it's obviously purposeful. That is one thing that tripped me up. It took me a weird long amount of time to click that maybe was their child. Because it was just like, we meet maybe like separately. She's like meets Michael Cera, and we see them together. I don't know. It just took me a while to realize, like, oh yeah, of course. Like,
well, obviously, maybe it's their daughter because they want to teach their parents a lesson.
Yeah.
As soon as I watched this, I was just like, oh god, I wish Viv was here because Viv would love this.
Viv is not here for, I think, what is, other than Lost, which we only found about in retrospect. This is the only example of genuine on-screen incest we've seen, despite mentioning it in almost every episode.
If Viv hasn't watched this episode of this show yet, Viv is pausing right now to go watch it.
She's going to absolutely lose it, because there's multiple episodes, especially recently, because it became a bit, like we've been purposefully doing it.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of instances where we are just like, this cast of brother and sister have insane chemistry. Because I remember it started as
like Arrow.
Yeah, it started as a bit in Arrow, where Viv genuinely, until the whole line of like, hey sis, thought that they were a couple, because those actors just have mad chemistry. No way you can get around in Flash. No, and yeah, Flash, you have to talk about it. I think Supergirl, we took the week off. I can't remember.
I don't know. People think Superman and Supergirl are like dating.
True. That's true. I think we did talk about that. So yeah, I was very excited. But this is like
explicit. They kiss.
They fully in. I do love the like him thinking it's illegal
when the police come.
Yeah, and this clearly being like I know Michael Cera does awkward acting so well, and like the whole thing where he brings it back later and it's like, oh, maybe we should kiss again to strike it. And it's like, oh, why would we do that? And just seeing like a genuine take of like the just joking, unless
like I have seen this before. I had to watch that bit with my, like between my fingers. Yeah,
it seems so innocent. I think it does help knowing Michael Cera and seeing him so young as well. It really just hammers home like a teenage boy who doesn't know how to cope with these things. And I mean that's how the episode ends off as well, with like, oh, you and your cousin are going to have to share a room, and just this crash zoom into his face.
The fucking music stinger that they play at that point as well is so funny.
No, they all just play off of each other so well.
Yeah. And I'll just say this for Viv, the incest is not exclusive to this episode.
No, it seems like it'll be a bit of a plot line.
At one point, there is almost legitimate incest, and as in not in the show.
What?
There's an episode where Jason Bateman is going on a date with someone, and the person they cast is his actual sister.
That's very interesting casting.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it, Viv.
Yeah,
genuinely. Hope you have a nice time.
Yeah, I don't even know if we said. I think I said she's on holiday. She hasn't had another surgery. Don't worry, she'll be back next episode.
I don't know. We'll see it, and she'll have new teeth.
She's gone to Turkey. She hasn't, but funny bit. Haha, go to Turkey, get surgery. They can't all be winners. It's fine.
That's okay.
Let's move on.
That's okay. I think. Yeah, people are laughing.
Yeah, Viv's laughing. No, she doesn't laugh at my jokes. I was surprised. I read about this online. I was surprised seeing. Did you? I'm assuming you've seen both the pilot and the extended pilot.
I didn't rewatch the extended pilot for this, but I have seen it before.
I was kind of not surprised by it being like the swear words being uncensored.
Yeah,
like
it's the only episode where they are.
Yeah, it's uncensored. Like with Job when he's just another bit fucking with the Magic Guild, and him being like the weirdest interview process for a magician I've ever seen. We're like, oh, it's down to you two, and I'd rather go with a union magician, and just all like, oh, fuck off, traitor. But one thing that surprised me with the extended version is the line switch. This only happens once, but I forgot to write down the context, but Job says like it's like a what's it? I've got only for some reason I've only written down the second half of the line. He says like, "Oh, it's what a whore does for money." Looks at children.
Yeah.
In the original,
it's an illusion, Dad. Tricks are what a whore does for money.
That's it. Yeah. Or candy is what he says in the original, and then in
or cocaine.
Yeah, in the extended, he just says or cocaine. It really caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting it to be different. Guess they were like, oh, maybe that's a bit too much. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. We haven't talked much about Buster because he has some fucking great bits in this episode. His comedy is a lot less dialogue heavy and more just how he interacts with the scenes.
Buster's a lovely person. If I had to be, if I had to be in a room with any of these characters, I'd want it to be Buster.
Yeah.
Hopefully not to get back.
Yeah,
that's just a thing he does throughout the entire show.
Yeah, I know. I obviously noticed it on the first watch, but it was funny on a rewatch realizing how many times he does it to different characters. And my favorite bit definitely being the last one at the end with where he does it to Michael Cera, and he's like, because the others usually just tell him to get off, but because he's a teenager, he's obviously a bit more thick about it, and he's just trying to get away from him.
Yeah, Buster doesn't really have a lot to do in this episode, which that's fair enough. Some people are going to fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
Buster does have more to do in the next episode, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I do just want to bring this up, because I think this might excite you. So Buster has a long-running, on-again, off-again relationship.
Really?
With his mother's friend, whose name is also Lucille.
Okay.
They call her Lucille too.
I know who this is.
And it's Liza Minnelli.
I was watching the fucking behind the scenes. There's a 50-minute behind the scenes thing on the DVD. I was watching it, they're like, oh, and we were also able to bring on guest stars, and then the next thing I see is Liza Minnelli. It's just like, what the fuck? I don't have many notes from behind the scenes. And genuinely, it was just they mentioned the cameras, they talk about realistic movement over blocking.
HD
it was in 2003. Insane. It's mad. And then my last note is genuinely just Liza Minnelli.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Liza Minnelli, I am just going to run you through some names of people who will later star in the show. Not as in one-off episodes, but as recurring roles. Liza Minnelli, Henry Winkler, Ed Begley Jr., Judy Greer.
Oh no, I love Judy Greer.
Mae Whitman, Justin Lee, Ben Stiller, Christine Taylor, Amy Poehler.
Oh shit.
Julian Louis-Dreyfus, Charlize Theron, Alan Tudyk, Jane Lynch, James Lipton, Carl Weathers, Jeff Garlin, Isla Fisher, Terry Crews, Kristen Wiig, Kobe Smulders, Seth Rogen.
That's mad. So a real stacked guest cast as well.
Yeah, and those are for people who are in multiple episodes. Like I haven't included like people who are just in one-offs. Yeah,
I love Jane Lynch so much.
There's so many like incredible characters as well. Like they're not just like, oh, this is just this person playing themselves.
I have my favourite side things about Liza Minnelli specifically. Do you know about the Twitter account Liza Minnelli has outlived?
Yes. Yeah.
And if you don't know about this, it's just like a Twitter account. I don't know if it's still active, but it's just like anytime something big has happened or like someone else dies, it just says like Liza Minnelli has outlived
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, exactly. Liza Minnelli has outlived Charlie Kirk. Liza Minnelli has outlived the Xbox 360's live service, stuff like that. And she like
the two biggest tragedies of the past year.
I couldn't think of anything else. And I think it was like last year, maybe the year before, she was finally asked about it, and she was like, "Yeah, I know about that. Thanks for that. It's great to have a constant reminder of your mortality." Just like
she is so good. I love her.
No, she's fantastic. Also, I have a reason to mention Judy Greer. I love Judy Greer.
Yeah.
Even though like I've only ever really seen her in side roles, I just always liked her. Like whenever she's on screen, I love her.
Judy Greer has like one of the funniest running gags in the show. Anytime she leaves a room, she just flashes her tits.
Wait, really? That's really surprising.
It happens like every single time. It's so funny.
I'm
obviously you don't see
no,
anything.
Of course, yeah.
God, she's great. I love her.
Viv and I were on a bus ride recently where we played a game of just like what actor am I thinking of? It's like, oh, you ask, were they in this? What are they known for? Stuff like that. And I got really offended, for lack of a better term, that she didn't know Judy Greer. And I was like, oh, she's in the Jurassic World movies. She's in
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, it's like, you know her. We saw her. I was like, oh, have we covered her on the pod? Yeah, we talked about one of her movies on All Hail the King.
Twice.
Yeah, multiple times. Like, and, she didn't. But I can't say much because I fully forgot who Steve Buscemi was. It was like, he's in Fargo. Like, Jim Carrey. So I can't say anything. But no, that sounds great. I'll definitely. This is one of the ones, I think, especially because I bought the DVDs, which, saying that, I was going to say I bought the DVDs so I'm more likely to watch it. I have the box set of all of Buffy, and I haven't watched past season 1. Not because I'm not enjoying it, just because I haven't. Like, simple as. There's no reason. I will eventually. I just kind of haven't felt the vibe of Buffy.
As much as I like having a show like that's like an hour-long episode, I always have to have a show going on that's like 20-minute episodes. At the moment, for me, it's Futurama.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as that's done, I'm going to have to watch this again, because this was like, I laughed so much, and I've seen it all before, but I want to watch it again.
I think owning the first 3 seasons, I was originally only going to buy the first season, but it was out of stock. It was only the 3 seasons. Yeah. I say box set. It is just the season DVDs together, which is fine. Owning them now will give me a bit more incentive. And to be fair, with Buffy, I only want to watch it on my CRT because it's like the old format and it's 4:3, and I love the aesthetic of that. Whereas this looks great for a show for 2002. Like we said, they filmed on HD cameras. Like, I'm fine with just watching this on my normal TV, which means I'll probably watch it quite quickly.
Yeah, and if you've got like 20 minutes spare,
exactly.
Chuck an episode
I've been wanting to have like a 20-minute show. I have been getting back into watching actual TV recently after doing this for months. I'd still get a little bit overwhelmed just by the idea of like, I don't like binging things, but I don't like having multiple things on at once.
Yeah.
But I think maybe if I just like watch a season of one thing, then a season of another thing, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like even recently, like we've listened to another podcast about Doctor Who. We shouted them out, and they've shouted us out before. Still got legs. I fell behind on those. because I wanted to rewatch the season they were covering, even though I'd already seen it. And I fell behind by like 2 months just because I found it difficult to sit down and watch 50-minute long episodes of a show I'd already seen. And like Doctor Who was like my favorite show.
Yeah.
Even then, I was just like, not really in the mood for it. But no, I'm definitely gonna keep watching this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I was looking for the DVDs recently.
Yeah.
And as soon as I find them, I'm grabbing them again because I used to watch this on Netflix. I don't have Netflix anymore.
Yeah. And from what I can tell, the DVDs have really good special features.
Yeah. And Netflix actually released the 4th season on physical media.
Nice.
I don't think the final season is on physical media, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
But, take a win where you can get it. They've released some of it.
Yeah. And, we said multiple times, I love physical media so much. I will say, not even to cover my own back, just because I think this is a good thing to go by, don't support Amazon. I wish I could have found it in another shop. It's annoying because we went to CEX the other day, and it said online they had season 1, but someone else got to it first.
Yeah. Don't blame them trying to nab that before someone else did.
So if you can, don't support Amazon, but also some people have to. We live near a city, but we're still limited on our choices.
Yeah.
We don't.
They didn't even have this in HMV when I.
No, it's like we look. I mean, not even doxing ourselves. We're Welsh and we live near a city. Yeah, it's Cardiff. Like there's a couple of shops we can go to, but it's not like London where you got like loads of things. But if you can support local stuff.
And if you are going to keep watching this, what I'll say, definitely watch the first 3 seasons. I still think there's quite a bit to enjoy in seasons 4 and 5, but they are noticeably weaker. If you didn't continue after season 3, that's perfectly fine.
The fact that there's such a big gap, because I never like dropping off, unless it's like something currently actually airing, like most of the Arrowverse I didn't finish because I was watching it as it aired and I couldn't be bothered to carry on. But usually, unless it gets ridiculously bad, if I am committed to watching something, I will just keep going. But the fact that there is like, a decade gap between the seasons, that does give me less of a drive. It's like, it's a set, even if they made it like as close to they could, it's a different show by that point.
Yeah.
So I'll feel pretty connected. Like, I imagine season 3 ends in a way where it's like, I'll feel satisfied.
It sort of ties it up. Season 4 is just like a new instigating event.
Yeah, so I genuinely think I will keep watching it.
Nice.
But yeah, saying about the legacy in the season. So it ran for 5 seasons, technically. I still feel it feels weird to say that, because but originally it ended February 10th, 2006.
Yeah.
With the 3 seasons. Overall, it has 84 episodes, though. Yeah.
And when it comes to those seasons, this debuted to 7.98 million viewers.
Yes, it did.
Which, for the time, the top 5 shows were consistently over 20 million. It wasn't huge, but it was the people who liked it were very passionate about it. By the time it got to the finale of the 3rd season, it dropped to 3.43.
Okay, quite a considerable
Fox
drop off
did
then.
kind of shuffle it around in the schedule, which didn't help it. But critically, and fans love it.
Yeah,
I don't think this was ever going to catch on the way like a Friends did, which at the time was like coming to an end.
It's a unique concept. I can see someone being like kind of off put by the editing and stuff. I love this style. I love mockumentaries or pseudo documentary style editing. I just think it really plays itself effectively. But I could see why this wouldn't be someone's cup of tea. It is kind of like not a Marmite situation in the sense of like you love it or you hate it, more in the sense of like it's got really passionate fans.
Yeah. Which
we'll talk about when we talk about the Reddit in a minute. Like I'll say about the fans. But yeah, before we do that, should we just acknowledge the 2 controversies?
Well, I just want to quickly mention this pilot episode won 3 Emmy Awards.
Oh yes, I did see. Yes, I forgot to
outstanding single camera picture editing for a comedy series. Outstanding directing for a comedy series. Yeah, the Russos.
Nice, the Russos.
Yeah.
First Emmy.
Yeah, they don't need an Oscar, they got an Emmy. And outstanding writing for a comedy series.
Oh, fair play. It deserved all of those.
Yeah.
Genuinely. yeah, it's not like any good show, not without its controversies. One funnier than the other one.
Yeah. So, in case you haven't noticed, we're talking about the TV show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Be really sorry if you're a fan of the hip hop group Arrested Development, who have sat through like an hour of content.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're only just realizing. We're talking about Arrested Development, the TV show. So yeah, there was a lawsuit in 2003 by that hip hop group because they had the same name that was settled out of court. Fair enough. I mean, I don't quite understand the name. So I don't really get what it means anyway. So
the term Arrested Development, it's an actual term.
Oh, okay.
It means like stunted growth, essentially.
Okay.
Your development has stopped.
It's a very good term to work as a title. I think it's very memorable. The fact, I mean, I knew nothing about this other than the memes, which I didn't even know with this show, but I'd heard the word, I'd heard of Arrested Development before.
Yeah, and also it's about a real estate developer who gets arrested.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah.
It literally says, when he's getting arrested developer.
Ah, fair, that's funny. No, I completely understand, though, where the hip-hop group's coming from. It must be annoying to, because I also assume they were quite a small, not a really well-known group. For something, that's clearly going to be, bigger than you to, take your name, even if accidental, it's a sense now where it's, they're going to Google Arrested Development, and it's not going to be your group. Yeah. There's something, you're up against something. So I hope they got a good payout for it, because fair enough.
It's a shame there aren't that many unique word combinations.
No, eventually. I mean, I remember when we were trying to come up with names for the podcast.
Yeah.
There was there wasn't many crossovers, but the original name for this podcast wasn't First Time Flyers.
Nope.
They just happened. It was originally co-pilots, and that's how we came up with the whole pilot idea for
yeah.
And that's why we're plane themed because
you recorded the first few episodes with that title.
We did. Yeah, we had to edit them. Because there was another podcast that was called Co-Pilots that I think hasn't uploaded an episode in 4 years, and only had a couple, but we weren't going to tread on their toes about it. But I'm sure there's many such cases of just things having the same name, crossing over. So it's an unfortunate fact, but it's settled. It was just one of those things.
Yeah.
And there's
the Jeffrey
Tambors, yeah, on-set behavior in the past.
Yeah, not great.
Including possible sexual misconduct, general difficulty. Talking more generally about this kind of character and person, because it's funny, we talked a lot about Community, and it reminds me of Chevy Chase specifically.
Yeah.
And the Wikipedia, to be fair, and some of the other sources it linked to, had cast and crew talking about him. Some in a more a moderate light of saying look, he's good at what he does. Yes, he can be difficult to work with though.
Yeah.
And call me, for lack of a better word, childish. I still think it's well, no, I think you can be good at what you do and not be difficult to work with.
Yeah.
I personally don't think it's that hard to be generally pleasant, but I also wasn't on the set and don't know what it was specifically. It sucks if it sucks for if it was a case where people were.
It's unfortunate. If you give anybody, if you give any man,
an old
slightest modicum of power, they will find a way to use it, and it is a shame. Even some more respected people, there will be certain things that just that's not great.
It's
obviously not going to full extent of sexual misconduct, but I'm not sorry to bring it up again, and he may have an Oscar now. But Michael B. Jordan, we've been talking about him talking about going out in support of Jonathan Majors, who I don't know, Chief. I don't know. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
but apparently talking about ballet is worse.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's complicated situation, especially when you're only seeing it from one side. And I am usually the kind of person who is more so in recent things and skewed on things on the internet, where I am just okay, but what's the full story? But this is the problem. We can only ever get people's perspectives.
Yeah.
And I do think if multiple people are saying you were difficult to work with, it's probably true.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's truth to most of it. And it's a shame, but it
is unfortunate. But
like any controversy, it's like it's not something that sinks the entire show.
No, like the show is not the Jeffrey Tambor show. It's not. He didn't do everything on this.
No, exactly. It's just something that, the reason we talk about these, it's less like Girls where it's like Girls in a way, but it's in the sense of we never want to gloss over the awkward conversations and the controversies that surround the shows we talk about, even if they're not relevant. Like a lot of the Batwoman controversies were stuff that happened later in the season. It's like, yeah, we talk about the pilots, we watch the pilots, but also we can't not acknowledge these things.
It would seem a bit disingenuous to do that.
We don't want to bury our heads in the sand and be like, oh, well, that's not relevant, that's not what we talk about. So, today we've acknowledged it, and, it might be something that puts a negative light on a show, but the show isn't one person. So many talented people worked on this show, and I do plan on carrying on watching it. I don't think it will cloud my enjoyment of the rest of the cast and crew's work.
No. Now, I know there is a BuzzFeed quiz that you do want to discuss. But before we do that, I do just want to reveal a little surprise for you.
Oh, shit.
So, earlier today, I got on the phone with Viv, and I did ask her what she would do if she was on a boat and somehow that was getting taken over by the SEC because of the fraud she's committed. And I said, what would she do in that scenario? And this is what she said.
Jerk off so fucking much.
Honestly, when you're being arrested, what else can you do?
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Fair on her,
Just want to do a bit behind the scenes. It's in two parts. So, Viv sent us that in November for the First Time Kings.
Not
we
even
used
that,
it in every
October.
episode.
I had to find that.
Yeah. Earlier, I got a notification on my phone of Garyn pinned a message, and I was like, what could you have possibly pinned? And I clicked and saw that it was that. I was like, okay, that's funny. But I also, then another behind the scenes, forgot about that until now. So when you said then you got someone on the phone, for a split second I was like, who the fuck, like, what's this going to be? As if you've, like, got a cameo from Jason Bateman or something. I'd just be like, oh shit, we're about to have, like, a celebrity guest star.
And I do just want to say, this is a whole bit if you listen to the First Time Kings. I did build up to getting Viv sort of.
Yeah, something Viv was not happy about. But hey, we could have done it a lot worse.
I thought it was funny.
I think it's funny as well. Before we do the quiz, I want to talk about the Reddit post because we usually post on Reddit to like varying success. Sometimes we'll get one comment, sometimes we get a few. We got so many comments, the post broke.
Serious?
I have, according to this post, according to Reddit, it has 2 upvotes, 0 comments, 500 views.
Yeah, that's more than 2.
Yeah, no,
that's
it's
so many.
It's loads. And I've been scrolling through. A lot of them are just like quotes from the show. And for comparison, one of the top comments has like 115 upvotes. So I'd love to see how many upvotes and views we actually have.
If I go on to...
Yeah, you can.
Is it just r/arrested development?
r/arrested development, yeah. But a lot of people just quoting the show, which is fun. But some genuine great thoughts. Like someone said, I love that they show George Cena in the cowboy persona. Over time, we learn that he tries out different personas. But just the fact that right out of the gate, he's shown in the cowboy phase and it's never referenced again, which we joked about earlier. Someone said the pilot's one of my favorite episodes. This is the quote, the reframing of the quote I really liked, where it's like, I like all podcasts equally. Short time later, I don't care for this podcast. Hey, if that's someone's opinion, that's fine. Yeah, it's a lot of... Oh yeah, I forgot about this quote. Everything they do is so dramatic and flamboyant, it makes me want to set myself on fire. Another earnest one.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it?
28 upvotes, 57 comments.
57? That's mad. We've never had that many before. That's crazy.
Please tell your friends about this show.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's good.
I like this. Is this a reference to something? Real shoddy narrating, just pure crap. Is that
yes,
okay.
Yeah, it's a reference.
It says 30 upvotes, so I was like, surely that must be a reference. Yeah, someone said, I think the pilot's brilliant. They introduced each character briefly, but managed to encapsulate each of their personalities. Highly recommend you keep watching. And also said this is a fun and active sub. You'll already notice that no matter what the question of the topic of the OP is, the majority of the answers are just quotes from the show. And they also said, please link your podcast. I will.
Oh.
When the episode is out, I will post the podcast on the subreddit, and hopefully they get good engagement on that. Pilot is excellent. Extended's even better. One of the greats. Oh, yeah, I read about this and watched this earlier. David Cross intentionally broke Fox's comedy rules with no mustaches and no puffy shirts. Did you know about this?
I haven't heard about this.
It was a video, I think, let me double check what talk show he was on, where he apparently had to fight to keep his mustache. He was on Conan O'Brien. Yeah, he just, apparently Fox weren't keen on him keeping the mustache, and he fought for it, so that's good. Just people say, it's fantastic, one of the best pilots ever, one of the top episodes of the show, all really positive, and frankly, seems all really fun on the Arrested Development subreddit. So I'm definitely going to keep watching, so that I can engage more with the subreddit.
Yeah, it is. It is one of the funniest pilots out there. I think it's just one of the funniest series out there.
I'm definitely going to keep watching.
I'm glad, like, by happenstance we came across, like, let's cover this one.
Yeah, because I probably wouldn't have otherwise. You know, I weirdly find it hard to start new things now without the podcast in mind.
Yeah.
Like, even shows like Gavin and Stacey, for example. We know people who run a Gavin and Stacey podcast, or at least did. They finished the whole show now. And part of me was like, oh, I should watch it so I can, like, support their podcast, because they've, you know, talked about ours in a weird, roundabout way. I'll talk about that story one day.
Us.
I'll talk about that story when we do Gavin and Stacey. I mean, I even said we'll collaborate on that episode.
Yeah.
But I genuinely was like, I can't start watch Gavin and Stacey now. I've got to save it for this podcast. Yeah. So I'm glad we had a reason to talk about this and engage in this.
Yeah. If you genuinely are going to keep watching, I can't wait just to hear your thoughts as things develop.
Oh, I definitely will. It's fine if some of them slip in, it's fine. But before we go, a wrap up.
Oh, yes.
Another fun bit we've added recently, since last time you've been on, is character quizzes. So we usually get them off BuzzFeed. This one is, which Arrested Development character are you spiritually connected to? So we'll read the questions. I'll have to describe the pictures. So
choose a frozen banana. It's just different types of bananas.
Oh yeah, because we didn't even mention that their family like runs a frozen banana stand.
Yeah, and you know they say there's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah, I think I might just go for like simple chocolate. I don't like nuts that much.
What about the banana in the ice cream?
No, that's pretty funny.
No, I think I'm gonna go for the one below that, just the cone. The
cone
bananas.
of bananas. Yeah, that's fair. Choose a dancing chicken. I'm gonna choose the one that's dabbing.
The dabbing.
Yeah, that's dabbing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the one who's hitting the
oh, yeah.
I don't know what that dance move is called.
I don't know what that dance move is. It's like
wings on a plane.
Yeah.
Choose a drink.
Ooh, martini juice, milk. Yeah, cola.
If I had to drink one of these right now, I think I'd want juice.
That's fair. I do like a martini, but also I do like I've got my Pepsi Max here, so if that counts as cola, I think I'll go cola.
Choose a type of note. I love myself a sticky note.
I do use sticky notes, to be fair. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Oh, I know. I like a to-do list. I'm gonna do a to-do list. Choose denim shorts. Those are very stylish shorts. I'm gonna choose. These are all very similar. I'm gonna choose these little rolled up ones because I owned ones like that before.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for bottom left.
Bottom left. So like lots of buttons.
Lots of buttons.
Lots of buttons. Choose a seal. Choose a bunch of seals. I'm gonna choose the one that's screaming.
That is a good one. Yeah. I'm gonna choose the one that's sleeping.
And choose a banner. We never liked you anyway. Welcome home, Jane. Smith, your message here. I'm going to choose we never liked you anyway.
I'm going to choose the strawberries.
Oh, I'm very happy with mine.
Nice.
I got George Michael Bluth, which is Michael Cera.
I'm glad that I have got Buster and you haven't got Buster.
Yeah.
Mostly because they've spoiled something with Buster here. And that's something that I think would be funny for you to come across naturally throughout the show.
I will say, if there is a character I relate to the most, it probably is Buster.
You also think Blue is Land?
Yeah, I fucking love it. Of just the general, like, he's dabbled in a lot of things. I don't think I'm coddled, but I definitely think I've got a mother who's like very involved in my life. And I mean, I'm doing the same career that she's done and stuff like that. But also just the whole line of like, he frequently has like severe panic attacks over like very minor things.
So
just like, yeah.
With the band Arrested Development,
Yeah.
they kind of reference that in a later episode.
I did see that.
Buster and Lucille go to this event called Mother Boy.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's rich women and their sons. And they're always like wearing like matching outfits. And it's like, it's like pure cringe.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
And they do just sort of say, this has no relation to the band Mother Boy. It shows a picture of the band on screen.
That's funny.
I don't even know if it's a real band, but I think it's funny.
No, I think I definitely, for better or worse, relate to Buster the most. Yeah. But I'm very glad I got Michael Cera on the quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree that I'm a Buster, but, those are, they were just pick a seal, choose a frozen banana.
Yeah.
Some denim shorts.
Honestly, I prefer that to some of the ones we get. I can't remember. It wasn't the one we actually
the
went
ones
for.
Where it's like so obvious which character it's going to be.
I can't remember which one it was. I think the first girls one maybe we tried doing was like incredibly obvious who was who. It's like getting, I don't know, trying to branch out here and compare it to something people will know. It's like doing a Friends quiz.
Yeah.
And it being like,
do you share food?
Yeah, stuff
no,
like
Joey doesn't share food.
Exactly, stuff like that. I was like, do you have a monkey? I try to think of what I know about Friends.
Do you like dinosaurs?
Do you like dinosaurs? Oh yeah, it's like, what would your dream job be? And it's like dinosaurs, acting, chef, whatever the other ones do. What does Rachel do? She works at the coffee shop.
She's a waitress to begin with, and then as the show goes on, she works in fashion.
And Phoebe's a musician.
Phoebe is Phoebe.
I think when we would do Friends...
Phoebe's a masseuse professionally, but she does music on the side.
I like the idea of when we do Friends, I don't watch the episode. I just kind of try and use my very limited Friends knowledge to put everything together. I've seen the Friends pilot. I know. I've seen the first couple seasons of Friends.
Well, the Friends pilot is iconic.
Yeah.
Just like, I wish I was married. And then she comes in the wedding dress.
Oh, yeah, that is that. Yeah. For some reason, I thought you were doing a bit. No, that's genuinely like...
No.
But yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. If you like this episode, feel free to leave us a 5-star rating on your podcast platform of choice, or if that's YouTube, you can just give us a like and a follow. You can find us on YouTube if you're not on the Pod 1 Out Studios, where you can find our other podcast, All Hail the King, which Garyn is also on.
Hey-o.
And Viv is also on, where we talk about Stephen King films and books and TV shows and the sort, anything to do with Stephen King. At the time this episode's out...
Yeah, so tomorrow you'll have Cujo.
Cujo. Cute little dog.
Yeah. I am ill in that one.
I was going to say, if you want to continue the arc of us all slowly infecting each other, that one's the one where Garyn is
These are not chronological.
No, because that's a bi-weekly podcast. Because I have to read books for it.
And they generally are much longer episodes.
I want to shout out something. Because I thought this was funny as fuck, but I also wish I understood what it meant. So there's a book called Arrested Development and Philosophy. They've made a huge mistake. I'd love to read this after I've watched the show. But they liken the pilot to Plato's allegory of a cave. And I'm desperate to know what they mean.
That's so cool.
So that's all I'll say, because I haven't read the book and I haven't watched past the first episode. But in a few months, I'm going to love to understand what that means. Yeah, so just mentioning books. But yeah, for All Hail the King, I read the books. So it's a bi-weekly podcast, because otherwise I'd go insane. I sometimes
read the books if I want to.
I do, but some of them are like 700 pages. So,
yeah. So
we got to do it every other week. But yeah, so tomorrow, Cujo will be out.
And then nothing next week.
Nothing next week. Week off on both podcasts, because it's an off week for All Hail the King.
And then All Hail the King will be back with Golden Years.
Yeah, big, a very big one.
Yeah.
No. And we'll be back with a new season covering 2000s British comedy, starting with The In-Betweeners. So a bit more of a home turf stuff. I'm sure that nothing problematic will be talked about.
Bus wankers.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it. There's a lot of stuff to talk about in all of those episodes. So you can join us for that in 2 weeks, as we'll be off. If you want to know exactly when it's dropping, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at firsttimeflyerspodcast, where we also post funny clips, and I do little Photoshop edits of the episode's bits.
Oh yeah, I need to think of some non sequiturs to throw in.
I usually, at the end of every episode, I'm always like, oh, there's never going to be anything. And then when I'm editing, I'm pulling loads of stuff. But if
so
you
know how they're living in the attic?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
And Frank.
What?
And Frank was in the
and Frank. I thought you said and Frank.
And Frank?
I was like, what?
Yeah, they were living there with Frank.
We're living with Frank. Yeah, so there we go. I can chuck and Frank in there now. What other non-sequiturs can we do?
Actually, speaking of non sequiturs, I'm really glad that this is coming to me now. So you know how the episode ends and it's just like on the next Arrested Development.
Yeah, isn't that like not a part of the next episode?
Yeah, like I think in the entire show, like maybe a couple times it's legitimately been stuff in the next episode, but very rarely is it stuff from the next episode. It's all just like made up.
They talk about it in the commentary because, of course, it's a pilot. They didn't know they'd have a next episode, so they just did random bits, which I think is very funny. I'm glad that that's a bit of a running joke.
Yeah, and we don't get the theme tune necessarily in this. We have like a little jingle, but I think from episode 2 onwards we do get the theme tune.
Many such cases have a pilot not having its opening in the theme.
It's just a musical like jingle over Ron Howard, like basically giving you an idea of the show.
Oh, there we go.
So
that sounds very good then.
Yeah. So on the next First Time Flyers, Viv commits arson.
She's gonna have to do it now.
Joe eats a puppy.
Oh no, Coco. He's not here. He's not here yet.
And something about bringing dinosaurs back to life.
Oh, there we go. Thank you for those non sequiturs. But yeah, I think that I've covered, at some point, covered all the socials. If you have thoughts on any episodes of any TV show ever, you can email them to us at firsttimeflyerspodcast. Maybe eventually we'll get to it and we can read your email. I'd love to get an email. Even though like the Reddits get great engagement.
I was tempted to send an email.
That'd be really funny. The Reddits get great engagement. I just love because I don't get notifications for my actual email. I only get notifications for the First Time Flyers email account. So I always get excited when I get an email, even though 90% of them are like, episode is live now. And it's like, okay, that's good, I guess. Even though
if you do get any emails in the next few weeks, it's just going to be me on like burners.
Yeah. No, I won't say about that now. I was going to say about how, like, there was the comment, I'll cut this, but, I said about that comment on the New Girl thing where it's like, you got this wrong, how dare you? And it was deleted, but I really want to know, like, what the rest said, because it clearly was a joke. Part of me was like, I wonder if that's someone we know who's just, like, because I think we've only briefly mentioned it on the pod, like, about the whole girls subreddit thing.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly been in real life we've talked about it, but I don't know. But anyway, that brings us to the end. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's nice to have someone other than Viv to have a genuine conversation with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say better. That's
a better
fine.
conversation with, yeah. One day we'll force her off the podcast completely.
Yeah. What will we do if you're like, you need a week off?
Yeah. Honestly, that'd be fine. It's just all the recording equipment is here in my house.
That's fine.
So that would be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Break in.
Yeah, it's like, granted, if I go on holiday, it's like, oh, it's easy, I'll just give it to you beforehand. But let's say I was like, God forbid, touch wood, in an accident or some kind, like a minor one. Let's say I like broke my leg and was in the hospital. I'm in an iron lung. It's like, what would you do? It's just like, oh yeah, go to my house and get the stuff, I guess. I mean, you could. It's nothing stopping you, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when it gets to it.
I'm just going to grab this and take it now.
Yeah. We should just keep our own mic stands and our own mics on ourselves. I'm sure that would never result in any issues of just a shit, I forgot my mic.
On mic.
On mic. No, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you for listeners, and thank you for joining on this episode. I'm now going to go and work, because that's my life outside of the podcast at the minute. Hey, here we go. Goodbye.
Bye.